What's up, everybody? It's your host, Daniel B. Up, and I'm back with another podcast episode, man. Today, I decided to wear a quarter zip. I ain't wear a quarter zip in a long time, man. Shout out to my alma mater, Saginaw Valley. Quarter zip down, up, keeping it up, man. Gotta go with the new trend, the quarter zips. I'm still wearing my text, though. We got a lot, man. NFL, college football, college basketball. International play. We'll talk. Well, we're not really gonna talk international play. Just gonna talk about about Congo, and then Champions League is starting up back next week. So we'll talk a little Champions League predictions, who's key matchups and stuff like that. Last week, Patriots and the Jets played. Travion Henderson 3 touchdowns, man. The Patriots are looking legit, man. They're really legit. 9-2 right now, man. They got Cincinnati Bengals this week. Joe Burrow's thinking about coming back. They don't know if they want Joe Burrow to come back this week or next week versus the Ravens. But the Patriots been, I don't know, man. The new coach, Mike Vrabel, has established in New England changed everything, man. 8 straight wins versus their rivals, man. Diggs is just playing amazing this year, man. 105 yards versus them, 9 catches. Man, 281 yards. They just been amazing, man. Just amazing. Commanders Dolphins played in Madrid last week in the Beirut. Low scoring affair, man. Went to overtime. Dolphins won that game by a field goal. I think Mariota threw a pick or something. I really forgot what happened in that game. He threw a pick, and that led for them to get a game-winning field goal drive. I ain't gonna lie, the Panthers been balling, man. Bryce Young threw for 448 yards, man. Threw TDs, man. All the criticism he's been dealing with since the years he's been in the NFL, I feel like this probably was his best win versus the Falcons. And, you know, he hit McMillan for 130 yards. 2 touchdowns. Michael Penix got hurt that game, I believe. He got hurt that game. He's out for the season. They fought at 3-7, and I'm surprised that a team this good, 3-7, with Blazion Robinson, Drake London, which I believe Drake London's out this week as well. 3-7 is just a surprise. I don't know what they're gonna do with their coaching situation. How would they deal with them? But man, can Bryce Young get the Panthers to the playoffs? They're 6-5 right now, honestly. 6-5, and they got the 49ers this week. That's gonna be tough. I ain't gonna lie. 49ers is a tough team. Then they got the Rams. Then they got the Saints that they just recently lost to, but the Saints are poor. They're 2-8. Then they got Buccaneers. It's going to be tough. They still haven't played Buccaneers. They still got to beat them twice. It's going to be hard how they end the stretch. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. 6-5 is good right now for them, but they got a tough schedule at the end. They got Buccaneers, Seahawks, Rams, and 49ers. So I don't know. I don't really think they can make the playoffs. I thought they could before looking at the schedule. But Bryce Young has been stepping up this year. He has really stepped up this year. Buccaneers and the Bills was a top matchup this weekend, and Josh Allen did his thing, man. At what MVPs do, 3 throwing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, the Bills. I don't think the Bills are really a good of a team. It's just Josh Allen's just that good. He threw for 317 yards with 19 completions. Then he rushed for 3 touchdowns. 3 different receivers scored off him, and one was James Cook off for receiving touchdowns. Buccaneers, I was kind of confused how Ibuka didn't have a big game. I thought he would have a big game. Sean Tucker, the running back 3, had a great game. I was so surprised because I had the running back 2, Rashad White, on my fantasy, which led me to another loss, even though I had Josh Allen give me 40-plus points. Back-to-back weeks, I had Josh Allen and Jonathan Taylor give me 49 points, and I still lose back-to-back weeks, bro. That sucks, but Tampa Bay, man, I ain't gonna lie. I think like I would say the Bills defensive uh secondary did their thing because they held Baker to under 200 yards. You know, Baker's always throwing that thing. 200 yards, 12 incompletions, and Belka only had 5 catches, and his longest was a 10-yard rep. So I was kind of confused on that, man. But like when I was watching on Red Zone, I thought it was a shootout. It was really a shootout. In the first half, it was really a shootout. It was 21-20 at halftime. Then the Bills just ran away with it, man. Josh Allen just too good of a quarterback, man. There's a lot of close games this week, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of close games. Seahawks versus the Rams, man. The Seahawks came up short. Sam Darnold had 4 picks. And it was just like the talks like, dang, when Sam Darnold is in big games, he doesn't do too well. I remember in the playoffs, the first game of the playoffs last year, I think it was versus the Rams. It was the Vikings versus the Rams, I believe. He had a bad game with the Vikings. He had a bad game. That's what just reminded me of that game. Like 4 picks. Like they had plenty of opportunities to win this game. The Seahawks defense was amazing, man. They were amazing. I ain't gonna lie. They shut them out. Like they only scored 1 time in the second half. The Rams only scored in the fourth quarter. And the Seahawks had an opportunity to win the game at the end. They missed the field goal. It was a far field goal. But man, Matthew Stafford only threw for 130 yards. Devontae only had 1 catch, and that was a touchdown. 1 catch, 1 yard. Puka didn't even get his 100 yards, but I feel like that was a game that the Seahawks could have won. The defense was there. The defense held it down, but the Sam Darnold's picks cost them, man. 4 picks. It's rare to win those games with 4 picks, man. It's really rare. But yeah, I think that was game of the week on Sunday. Brock Purdy came back, threw three touchdowns. Brock Purdy looking good. His first game back. Jonathan Briscoe threw 57 passes for 452 yards. That was a lot. That was really a lot. Kind of surprised. Ravens got another dub. Like I said, the Ravens got to win 3 straight. I think they did win the 3 straight when I said Dolphins, Vikings, and Browns. They had to win those games. And now they got the Jets this week. That's another winnable game. So for them to make them 6-5. So, jeez. After being 2-5, go 6-5. The Chiefs lost another game, man. Broncos just won 8 straight versus the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs are 5-5, 1-4 on the road, and it's kind of tough for them, man. I still predicted them to get 10 wins. We could check how they could get 10 wins, but Patrick Mahomes threw 45 passes, only got 1 TD. I don't know, man. Rashad Rice, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, those 3 receivers, I expect a big game. But Broncos defense is solid, but Patrick Mahomes. But everybody's saying, is it the end of the dynasty, man? Is the Chiefs dynasty over, bro? Like, is the Chiefs dynasty over? 5-5. Kelsey, is it time for Kelsey to retire? Even though Kelsey had a good game. Kelsey's 36 years old. He had a great game. He had 9 catches for 91 yards with a tutty. But I ain't gonna lie, Mahomes' completion rates this year has been low. It's probably his lowest of his career, and it's just questioned like if the dynasty's over, man. 5-5. They got the Colts this week. That should be a tough one. It's at their crib though. It's at their crib. Colts are 9-2. It's at their crib. That's a tough one. Then they got the Cowboys. I feel like they can beat the Cowboys. I say they can still win 10 games. Let's see how they can do it, though. Cowboys will be 6, guaranteed 6. Texans, I would say, is a 7. They lost the Chargers to start the year. You think they lose the Chargers twice? I don't know. Titans, 8. Raiders, 9. So, for them to get 10 wins, they got to either beat the Colts, Chargers, or the Broncos. They just lost the Broncos, but the next game's at home, and that's on Christmas Day. I don't know if they're losing on Christmas Day. Then they play Cowboys. Well, Cowboys is the win. That's on Thanksgiving Day. do they beat the Colts this week at home? Chargers at home? Broncos at home? That's really tough. But 10-7, would that even get them to the playoffs though? Because the AFC is kind of tough. I don't know if 10-7 will get them there. How can the Chiefs make playoffs? Let's check what's the path to the playoffs for them will be win out their games, obviously. They ain't got no tiebreaks. I seen something like they control their destiny still. I forgot. I should have screenshotted it and kept it. Oh, man. I should have kept it and screenshot it. But that's going to be the title of this, man. Is the Chiefs dynasty over, man? 5-5, though. 5-5. 5-5 right now. But if they make the playoffs, you know they can make noise. They really can make noise. Lions versus the Eagles, man. I'm sick about this game. We did not perform how we wanted to. Our offense wasn't there. Defense was there, but we just couldn't convert on the fourth downs. I believe we went 0 for 5, 0 for 6 in the fourth down conversions. Goff had a terrible game. 14 for 37 completions. St. Brown had 2 catches for 9 targets. Or 12 targets, my bad. Gibbs had 1. Gibbs controlled the game offensively and defense. I don't know why we went away from Gibbs. I don't know why we went away from Gibbs. Gibbs was doing his thing this game. Had receiving yards 107. Stuff like that. But Goff, man. Goff is like, can Goff lead the Lions to the promised land, man? I feel like in big games, we got to win. We don't win. We haven't won them this year. We're 2-2 on primetime games this year. We have a couple more left. Yeah, we do. But it's like, when time gets rough for the Lions offense, Goff isn't able to make plays, winning plays, like how Stafford did when we're on the winning sides. And at this rate, I feel like the way the defense collapsed on us, man, the online, their D-line comes at us. Goff has to be mobile, man. And I feel like in this NFL era, you have to be mobile. And I don't know, I don't know. The chance of the Jared Goff has to stop, man. And you hear them a lot of the other Detroit games, but it's like he 6-4 right now. We're not even in the playoffs. 6-4 is not a good record. Plus, with the NFC North being stacked what it is now. What is it? It's stacked now 6-4. Chicago's leading. They're 7-3. Green Bay 6-3-1, and we're 6-4. But that's not enough, man. We got the Giants this week. That should be a dub. Probably Jameis. I don't know if Jackson Dart's back yet, but they're banged up. Then we got the Packers on Thanksgiving. We got to beat the Packers. On Thanksgiving. We lost them in the beginning of the year. Cowboys, got to beat the Cowboys. Rams might be an L. I ain't gonna lie, Rams might be an L. Steelers, I feel like we could beat the Steelers. The Steelers haven't been looking too good. And I feel like we could beat the Vikings. I don't know how on earth that we lost to the Vikings the first time. We lost to, I don't even want to say, J.J. McCaffrey. Like, I don't know how. He's not a great quarterback at all. It's just like mobile QBs kill us. And Jalen Hurts didn't even kill us on his feet. We just lost that game. Offense lost that game. Bears, I feel like we got to beat the Bears. I don't think the Bears will be first seed by the time we play them at the end of the year, but that will be a must-win. That would be a must-win for us. We figure out to make the playoffs. I just don't know if we get a home game. Cause I say the best we go is 11-6. Oh, the worst we go is 11-6. My bad. When we're 6-4 right now, this is gonna be a huge stretch. We got 3 straight home games. To end 3 straight home games right now. We gotta win all of those 3. And you gotta win the primetime games, which is the Thanksgiving game versus Packers and the Cowboys. That's guaranteed. You gotta win those games. And the Viking on Christmas Day, you gotta win that game for sure. Bears game might be a flex to a primetime game. We don't know yet. But those games, you gotta win those games, bro. The worst Lions can go is 11-6 in my eyes. We go 11-6. we should be a playoff team. I just don't know if we're hosting a playoff game. I really don't know because it's tough right now. It is really tough. I want to see the standings real quick. The playoff picture, playoff picture. First seed in the AFC will be the Broncos. Second, Patriots. Third, Colts. Fourth, Steelers. Fifth, Bills. Wow. Sixth, Chargers. Seventh, Jaguars. So no Chiefs, no Ravens in the playoffs right now. NFC will be first Eagles, second Rams, third Bears, fourth Tampa Bay, fifth Seahawks, sixth Packers, seventh 49ers, and Lions are outside in eighth seed. We got to win. We're playing versus the worst team in the NFC this week. We're going to win. I know we're going to win big because that's what we do. We never lose back-to-back games. We rarely lose back-to-back games. But let's go on and see this week's games, man. Tonight, the Bills versus Texans, man. I ain't like the Texans won two straight without CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud was the problem. They 5-5 now. They could make the playoffs. They could not. I don't think they will, but I don't know. They play the Bills. Bills got to win this game. Bills are always up and down. For Bills to win this game, Allen has another big game. I say the Bills win that. Steelers versus the Bears. I ain't like Aaron Rodgers. They say Aaron Rodgers is hurt. Something with his wrist. He's not getting surgery, though. But I ain't gonna lie. I need the Steelers to win this game. I need Steelers to win this badly. So I got Steelers winning versus the Bears. And you know, if Aaron Rodgers loved to beat the Bears, you know, how he used to do in Green Bay. So I got Steelers beating them. Be interesting if Joe Burrow comes back this week versus the Patriots. Lions got to beat the Giants. Vikings versus Packers. Why not Vikings win this game? Just to mess up the division. Need the Vikings to win that game. Seahawks, Titans. Now to talk about Colts and Chiefs. It's going to be interesting, man. I really wonder if Jonathan Taylor's going to run through this Chiefs defense. The Chiefs are 4-1 at home. And Colts only lost their games on the road. Chiefs are favorite this game. I feel like Chiefs got to win this game. I got Chiefs winning. Chiefs are winning this game. I finally decided Chiefs are winning this game. Yeah. Chiefs are winning this game. Even though the Colts defensively is good, offensively they're good, but it's a must win for the Chiefs. They're going to win. Ravens and Jets. Ravens going to win this game. Must win for them. Browns versus the Raiders, man. My guy, Shedeur Sanders is starting this game, man. He came in for Dylan Gabriel last game versus the Ravens, and he didn't look too good. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't look too good, but I feel like it's the coach's fault. After the game, it was reports that Shedeur Sanders never took snaps with the first team. How are you a QB2 and you're not taking snaps with the first team? So I feel like the coach was setting up Shedeur Sanders to fail. I don't think he likes Shedeur, maybe because of his father, the hype around him. And I don't see him the coach staying after this year, 2-8, 0-5 on the road. I just don't see him staying after this year. But I'm so happy for my guy, Shedeur Sanders, man. First start. Just wipe that Ravens game off you, man. Wipe that off. You got the Raiders this week. The Raiders, a team that should have drafted you. They know they needed a QB, and now they're stuck at 2-8, just like the Browns. And I got the Browns winning this game, man. One of my fantasy teams, I decided to start Shedeur Sanders because I'm already out of playoffs. Unless Joe Burrow comes back, because Joe Burrow's my starting QB, and he's been gone for the whole year. He only played like 2 games for me. I probably lost those 2 games too. But I'm decided to start Shedeur Sanders. Season's already over for me, so why not just start Shedeur? Have fun with it. But I got the Browns winning that game, even though I shouldn't even predict this game. The Browns winning that. Eagles versus Cowboys. Cowboys offense gave them a run the first game. CD was just dropping the passes. I don't know how the locker room is feeling right now. A.J. Brown was getting a lot of touches versus the Lions. He was getting a lot of touches versus the Lions, so we'll see how it goes. But at Cowboy Stadium, with Eagles out, Eagles could beat them. I mean, Cowboys could beat the Eagles, but I just don't see it. I feel like Eagles find a way to do it. The first game was close. I feel like this game will also be close. I don't know, because the Eagles' defense been shutting out. They shut out the Lions. They shut out the Packers. And Cowboys also has a good offense. So we'll see how they do. But I got the Eagles winning that. And big. I mean, I don't know. It got to be close. I don't know. Cowboys' defense is trash. And I don't feel like Eagles could be the week because it's a rivalry game. The Eagles' defense just lets up and stuff like that. But I got Eagles winning it. They cover spread for 3.5. I'll say that. They covered the 3.5 spread. Primetime game is Buccaneers versus Rams. That's a good game, man. Baker Mayfield playing versus old team. Matthew Stafford still looking good. I hope Puka and Ibuka has a big game, bro. I feel like they haven't had a big game for me in fantasy in a minute, bro. Ibuka started off the year strong, and then I traded for him. He's been all right. Puka, since his injury, has been all right. I need a great game out of that, man. I hope that's a great game. I got the Rams winning that as well, though. Rams are looking like one of the best teams. Looking like one of the best teams in the NFC. I got the Rams winning that. I think Buccaneers is going to win that division easily, right? But they got, Carolina. But Carolina, I don't think Carolina's going to beat. I don't think Carolina's going to beat the 49ers on Monday night. Because Brock Purdy looked good, throwing to Kittle. CMC also played well. I got 49ers winning that. Versus the Panthers. It would have been good if it was Mac Jones versus Bryce Young. Two Bama quarterbacks. But Brock Purdy's back. So we got to give him back to starting role. I got 49ers winning that game for sure. For sure. NBA, nothing's been happening right now in the NBA, so I don't feel like I really got to address, except for the Pistons. The Pistons on an 11-game winning streak, man, 13-2 right now. And two of those games, I believe it came without K. I don't think K played versus the Sixers. K didn't play versus the Sixers. Yeah. And he didn't play versus the Pacers. The Pistons on an 11-game streak right now, man. They play on Saturday night versus the Bucks. Giannis isn't playing that game. Giannis has been hurt. Jank has been huge. This winning streak, Jank has been huge. Jalen Duren been huge. This Pistons team is looking legit. I'm loving this team right now, man. Oh, I don't think he played versus the Bulls either. Did he? Also, he missed 3 games, but NBA is not really too much to talk about, in my opinion. LeBron James came back. That's cool. I'm trying to look what was to talk about in NBA. A lot of injuries been happening, but that's the normal. Yeah, not really too much. But one of these weeks, I'm gonna just drop a lot of questions, put on Instagram which y'all want me to talk about, questions, which more y'all want on the podcast. But college football, man. College football was an interesting week last week, man. Alabama played versus Oklahoma. Texas played versus Georgia. And those SEC matchups, man, those are huge matchups, man. Alabama fell short, man. Turnovers cost them this game. Started off with that pick 6, took it back for 85 yards, and then Ty Simpson fumbled. Oh, man, it was bad. I feel like Oklahoma only scored off of, like, turnovers on downs, like, touchdowns. Like, I'm trying to, it won't pop up. But when I was watching the game for a little bit, I was watching it. Every time they scored, it was off of, like, having the ball on their territory. They never scored off of like a punt, like off their opposing side. Like, they never marched down the field. Every time they scored was on easy territory. Alabama missed a field goal that really hurt them towards the end. It really ended up hurting them because they ended up losing by 2 points, 23-21. I didn't even feel like John Mater played a great game in my eyes. I don't think he played a great game. Like I said, I don't feel like Oklahoma scored. Oklahoma didn't score on any plays that when they marched down the field. All they scored off was like off at or big punt returns, I believe, and a muff punch. Like Ryan Williams muffed a punt, and then 2 plays later, that John Mateer scored a rushing touchdown. It's like that. And then Alabama missed the field goal. Then they scored a field goal. They never scored off anything. Like Ty Simpson fumbled. Then they got their field goal. That's all it was. They didn't score on no full possession of the game, bro. I don't even know if I said that right, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Bama lost that game. First SEC loss for Bama. Sucks because they dropped in the rankings, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. They got to win now. They got a tough one. Not this week. This week is the week. This is the week for the SEC, because that's when they play. Half of them are playing like FCS schools. That's why I feel like they're taking this week out next week and added another SEC game. So next year will be another SEC game instead of this week for them. And Alabama got to go to Auburn night game in 2 weeks on the 29th. And if they lose that game, they're possibly out of the playoffs. But right now they're placed at 10th seed. Season ended today. They'll be playing Oregon at Oregon. So that'll be a tough one. But I still got faith in the guys, in Alabama. But another top 10 matchup was Texas versus Georgia, and that fourth quarter, Georgia ran away with it, man. 14-10, end of the third quarter, and it ended up being 35-10. This Georgia team knows how to, I would say, finish games, because all their games that they won have been them putting them out in the fourth quarter. Texas season's probably over now. They lost 3 games. It's going to be hard to get in the playoffs with that, with 2 SEC Ls. SEC is tough, though. We don't know who's going to be in the championship game, in the SEC championship game this year. Texas A&M is still 7-0. Georgia's 7-1. Ole Miss is 6-1, and Bama is 6-1. Georgia Tech, yeah, they got a week. They got Texas in a few weeks, and Georgia Tech was down by like 27 points at halftime versus South Carolina, and they ended up winning by 1 point. So that's crazy. And Georgia already played all 8 of their SEC games, so they're 7-1 right now. Alabama has the upper hand on Georgia. So if Alabama beats Georgia, if they beat Auburn, I believe that they're higher than Georgia, and Georgia won't be in the championship game. Ole Miss got Mississippi State. They got a bye week this week, and then they got Mississippi State, their rivals, the week after that. But it's like decision now, like teams, do they even want to play in the SEC championship game? Because if you got 2 L's in the SEC championship game, then you lose that game to be a 3rd L, you get penalized, you don't make it to the SEC. You don't make it to the big playoffs. So, like, for like Bama, if Bama were to lose to Texas A&M in the SEC championship, it's like, damn, they made it to the SEC championship, but now they got a 3rd loss, so now they can't even make it to the playoffs. So, like, should Bama sit back? Should Bama? They can't even sit back because they can't afford another L. You feel me though? Because if they beat Auburn, they only got 1 L in the conference, and that could probably lead them to the championship game. I really don't know. It's gonna be hard though, because I don't know. It's a 3-way tie right now. Cause I'm pretty sure. So like if Ole Miss beats Mississippi State, and then Alabama beats Auburn, it's gonna be tough though. I'm confused how they're gonna do it, the tiebreaker, because I know Alabama has a tiebreaker over Georgia, but Ole Miss didn't play Alabama or Georgia. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Ole Miss lost to Florida, I believe. No, they didn't lose to Florida. Who did they lose to? Ole Miss lost to Georgia. I forgot. So I don't think Ole Miss can make the thing though. I don't think Ole Miss can make the SEC championship because Alabama has the tiebreak over Georgia, and Georgia has the tiebreak over Ole Miss. So that could be a favor. That could work in the favor for Ole Miss though. See, that's what I'm saying. Since it's 12 teams now, that could work in the favor for Ole Miss because they don't got to play in the SEC championship. So, yeah, that's crazy. And I'm pretty sure if Texas A&M were to lose to Texas, Georgia will have the tiebreaker over them because Georgia beat Texas. I don't know if that's how it works. Let me know in the comments if that's how it works. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting, man. This SEC is heating up, man. They could probably add 4 teams in the playoffs realistically. Oklahoma could make it realistically too. Oklahoma, I don't know who else they play. They got Mizzou this week and LSU next week. So they don't even got a cupcake this week. They got Mizzou. Mizzou is a team that they didn't beat no ranked team so far, but Mizzou could beat Oklahoma. I'm rooting for Mizzou. I'm gonna root for Mizzou. I ain't gonna lie, since Oklahoma beat Alabama, I'm gonna root for Mizzou. But dang, that could be a tough one. That's a tough one for Oklahoma this week. But dang, man. That's tough. SEC is tough, man. College basketball, it had great games last week. Purdue versus Alabama was one of the games that we talked about. And I said, is Alabama going to be able to guard? And Braden Smith had him a game in the second half, man. 29 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. He did his thing. Trey Marine had 19 points. I watched a little bit of this game, and I think the second half I watched a little bit of it. I thought Alabama was going to win this game. I ain't gonna lie. When I turned it on, I thought Alabama was going to win this game. Aiden Howell had a great game, 21 points. They didn't get enough though from LeBaron Fino. He didn't get enough from him. Latrell didn't get enough from him. And I was always talking about is Alabama's defense, man. How is Alabama going to defend? How are they going to recover? But they ended up losing by 7 points. Too much Braden Smith. But they bounced back. We're going to talk about their bounce back game in a couple of games down. But yeah, they lost that game. It was 2 versus 8. They lost that game. They ended up dropping down to 11. Auburn became 1 again. So yeah, Auburn ended up becoming 1 again. Saturday night was BYU versus UConn. BYU had a rough first half. They were down 11, but then AJ Dembanza, the freshman, the number 1 pick in my opinion, even though he's projected 2 right now, he came through. He came through in the second half, hit crucial buckets, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for UConn, and I feel like I think AJ Dembanza said that was his first loss in TD Garden. They played in Boston Stadium. UConn ended up winning 86-84. BYU was ranked 7. UConn was ranked 3. Dembanza had 25 points, 6 rebounds. Great shooting night, in my opinion. 2 for 3 for threes, 8 for 14, 7 for 10. Richie Sanders had 17 points, just didn't shoot the 3-ball well, was 0 for 7. Robert Williams had 16. Alex Carabine had 21 points, 4 for 4 from the 3. Silas DeMar Jr. had 21 points. Terrence Reed had 21 points. And UConn isn't even healthy yet. UConn still has one of their freshmen that they have come back. He was an All-American. I believe his name is Brian Mullins. Yeah, Braylon Mullins. He's a freshman that he should be a key freshman. I want to see how they fit him in the roles. I wonder if he's gonna come. I don't even think he's gonna be starting at this point. You know, you're 4-1, I believe. They just recently lost a game that we're gonna talk about. They're 4-1. You don't want to change the lineups too much. Solo Ball's been nice. Silas, the transfer from Georgia, has been solid. They don't want to do too much with that. Kentucky versus Michigan State played on Tuesday. That was an exciting game to watch, man. Michigan State came out from the start gunning, hitting. Started off, they hit 4 out of the 5 threes, and they hadn't been hitting threes well. They remember how they won versus Arkansas with 7% shooting, only made 1 3 that game. They shot the ball well. They held Kentucky to 27 points, the least amount in the Mark Pope era of Kentucky. Jackson Collier looked amazing. He looked amazing. 20 points for him. Shot the ball 2 for 2 for threes, 5 rebounds. Jeremy Fears, the true floor general, man. 8 points, 13 assists, 6 rebounds, only 2 turnovers. Trey Ford shot the ball 3 for 8 from threes, 13 points. Curry Tang off the bench, 15 points. I like the Michigan State's game plan, just out physical Kentucky, I've been saying I'm not too sure on this Kentucky's team. They don't have a go-to guy. In my opinion, Owega is not the number one guy that everybody expected him to be. Everybody thought he would be a contender of Player of the Year, SEC Player of the Year. I just was too sure on that. Michigan State shot the ball 11 for 22 for threes, 50%. You couldn't ask for anything better than that. Their bigs are just dominated. Brandon Garrison was getting dominated. Muhammad Duabite, he did good. He had a solid game. Coming back home. He's from Queens, so they played in Manhattan. That was a good homecoming for him. But this Kentucky team, man, didn't shoot the ball well. Just wasn't physical at all, man. Wasn't physical at all. I feel like the bigs dominated them from start to finish. They had a little run, and then Michigan State controlled the tempo in the second half still. Very excited. Michigan State, man. A lot of people doubted them, saying they lost Jace Richardson, they lost Atkins. They lost Trey Holloman. They wouldn't be this, they wouldn't be that. But you got to forget, it's Tom Izzo. Tom Izzo knows what he's doing, man. His game plan, he says just to stay loyal to his guys. All that. Jamie Fears, he shouted out Jamie Fears, how Jamie Fears could have left them, quit on him, but he stick through it all. MSU is now 2-0 versus the SEC. Big key wins, held down 66 points to both Arkansas and Kentucky. They still got two non-conference games, big non-conference games, and this time they're going to the ACC. Duke, they got Duke, and then they got North Carolina on Thanksgiving in Florida. Then they got Duke coming to them on December 5th or 6th on a Saturday. Two huge games. I feel like North Carolina is going to be a win, but Caleb Williams has been a monster this year. So the Bigs going to have a handful with him. Then Duke is Duke. Duke is Duke, man. They're going to be there. Jackson Collier, Carson Cooper is going to have to deal with the twin Kramer Boozer. So that's going to be an interesting game, man. I'm so excited. Michigan State's 4-0 to start the year. Proving a lot of people wrong. And they know who I'm talking about. All that hating on Michigan State, that they trashed this year, that they only was up versus a couple points versus, I forgot, Sanford or something. I don't know who they played. They were talking about they were only up by this much. Oh, Colgate. It was Colgate. They were only up by 3 points versus Colgate. And they're all trash and stuff like that. But I ain't going to say too much. I let Michigan State do their thing, bro. Tom Izzo's the GOAT. Continue to win games. I feel like Big Ten is still open for Michigan State to win. I said Illinois looked nice. I know Illinois looked nice, even though they lost to UConn the other day. I mean, not out of UConn. They lost to Bama the other day. I still say Illinois is nice. That's the only team that I was like, okay, that can give me UCLA. I'm not too sure. I think Michigan State's still better than UCLA. I still think Michigan State is better than Michigan. Purdue, okay, we'll see about Purdue. I think Michigan State could beat Purdue. I just feel like Illinois is like, I don't know, like Page's son looked amazing. He looked really amazing. He surprised me yesterday versus Bama. He really surprised me, but I still think the Big Ten runs through Izzo. It still runs through Izzo, bro. Kansas versus Duke played the other night on the Championship Classic 2. And I was sick that Darian Peterson, the projected #1 pick, did not play. Trey White had an amazing first half. 40 Budanga had 14 points, a good first half, but too much Duke, man. Duke ended the first half on a run, and that just carried over to the second half. They won 78-66. Cameron Boozer 18-11-5. Isaiah Evans shot the ball nice, 16 points. He's going to be a first-round pick this year. I feel like Isaiah Evans, it was good that he came back this year. I see him being a first-round pick. Damian Sarr, he hasn't been playing well, but he's a guy that knows his role, I feel like. And I feel like he's going to be a two-way player in the NBA next year. I feel like if he goes one, then he could be a two-way player. Caden Boozer had him a game. Just a 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. But this was Kansas' first loss in Champions Classic since 2019. Never been on a run. But it's funny how everybody was talking about Michigan State should have been the Champions League Classic. They don't win in the Champions League Classic. They only got one championship, all that. And then they came to Michigan State. They came to New York City and shut down the 22 million Kentucky Wildcats, while Michigan State is worth $3 million or something like that. I don't know if that was true or not. But transfer portal, y'all love the transfer portal, but you get them homegrown, like how Duke and Michigan State has them, then you win games. Like Duke, I like Duke's roster. It's all young guys, and I don't think there's no transfers on their team, honestly, except for Malik Brown, but he was there last year. So Duke's team is a team I kind of respect, but I won't root for them. But it's like a team I respect for sure. Remember, Kansas last year was full of transfers, and like all those guys transferred out last year, so they're buying players. Kentucky buying players, like we said. But another two more games I want to talk about in college basketball was Arizona and UConn, man. I had Arizona winning this at UConn. I just felt like KOP was going to be huge. I'm waiting for the breakout game for Braden Burrows, though. The freshman, he was talks about being one and done. I'm huge on freshman players, man. I'm huge on him. But I'm waiting for his breakout game. He didn't have one yet versus Florida. He was in foul trouble, Florida. UConn yesterday, he didn't have one. Then he shot poorly versus UCLA last Friday night. I'm just waiting for a breakout game for him. The big man, Cavillas, had 14 rebounds, 9 points. Jaden Bradley is a 3-year player, was a player at Alabama at one point. He had an amazing game, 21 points. Had an amazing game. This Arizona team could be good, bro. It's just how good could they be in the Big 12? Big 12 is tough. Big 12 is tough. You know Big 12 is tough if Kansas is predicted to be 6th place, and Kansas is never ranked that low. So that's how you know the Big 12 is tough this year. But we'll see how they go. UConn lost at home, which is rare. But Terrence Reed didn't play. I wonder why he didn't play. But UConn missed a lot of opportunities in this game, bro. It was a back-and-forth affair. Carabane only had 8 points. Can't have that. Their freshman is still out. Braden Burrows. I don't know when he'll be back. Oh, my bad. I said Braden Burrows. That's Arizona. Braylon Mullins, like I said, was injured. I don't know when he'll be back. But they got another huge test versus Illinois in a few weeks. But Alabama versus Illinois. I don't know. Like I said, Alabama doesn't play defense. They gave up 40 points in each half, gave up 86 points, but the offense is there. LeBron Philo, he's going to be a first-round pick this year. He came back this year just because Coach said he's going to give him the keys to this year's team without Mike Sears, and he's looking amazing. Him and Aiden Holloway is looking amazing. Latrell, I didn't know Latrell started. Okay, Latrell started. Taylor Bowen, 12 points. But I'm liking this Illinois team, man. Colin Boswell, he used to play at Arizona a couple years back. Stojakovic, Page's son, had 26, shot efficient. I like his game a lot. I like his game a lot. Big Z plays there that used to play with Coach Cal. But Alabama has a tough schedule, man. They had played St. John's. Then they played Purdue, Illinois. Now they got Gonzaga. 4 straight games versus the top 10 team, versus top 15, top 25 teams, bro. Nate Oates isn't ducking no smoke, but Nate Oates got to get his defense together, bro. I said they would go 3-1 in that, and I thought their only loss was gonna be for St. John's, but I feel like they're still gonna go 3-1 because I think they're gonna beat Gonzaga next week. I truly think they're gonna beat Gonzaga next week. Too much offense for them. I just wonder how their bigs. I'm just worried about the bigs, man. Bigs were in foul trouble. Aiden Sherrill was in foul trouble. But Amari Allen came through off the bench, but he was also in foul trouble. So I just wonder how the Bills are going to play versus Gonzaga bigs. You know, Gonzaga has a mean front court. They have a mean front court. Illinois, man, they got a tough schedule as well, too, I believe. Like I said, they play UConn next week. Then they play Tennessee. So they're going to be tough, man. I'm liking this Illinois team. But, yeah, man, that's college basketball, man. We got to drop in the comments who's your college basketball team, what you want to know about college basketball, who, all that. Transition to soccer, football. Shout out Congo, man, my team, my homeland, man. We beat Nigeria 4-3 in the penalties. It was 1-1 game, man. Amazing. Our captain came through again. Shout out to coach. Subbed in our goalkeeper. Subbed in our goalkeeper for penalties, our better goalkeeper. He came through in the penalties. I believe they missed the first two. Nigeria missed the first two penalties, and we ended up winning, though. But even though we missed two, then they ended up missing the third one, and we ended up winning 4-3. Shout out to him. Shout out to our goalkeeper. Congo has a huge matchup. Congo has a huge matchup in March versus I forget. It's either I gotta see who we play. Who did say that we would play? Oh, yo, shout out to Fisto Mayeli, man. He just won the Intern Cup Africa Player of the Year, some award. Shout out to him. Number 19, one of our forwards. But Intern Continental Playoffs. My bad, y'all. I forgot the playoffs. Okay, so this is happening in March in Mexico. I want to slide through. I ain't gonna lie. I want to go to Mexico in March just to see all the Congolese people in one setting. Okay, so the first game in the Pathway 1 is New Caledonian versus Jamaica. Whoever wins play us, and whoever wins between us and those two teams will qualify for the World Cup. On the other side is Bolivia versus Suriname, and the winner of those two play Iran. So Congo only has to win one more game to go to the World Cup, and I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for March, even though we still got the AFCON next month. AFCON is damn near this month or next month. AFCON is in December. So let's win the AFCON, y'all. Let's win AFCON, and then we go to Mexico in March and win that so we can qualify for the World Cup. But it's crazy for the AFCON. A lot of teams in the Prem, I forgot. I should have said it. A lot of teams in the Prem League. Hold on, I could think if I could find it. A lot of teams in the Prem League won't be having their players due to the AFCON. Gotta find that post. And if I can't find that post, it's GG's. Oh yeah, so players, Premier League players that could miss Premier League games due to AFCON. How many key players? Like we got Sutherland has a lot of players. They have 9 players. They could lose 9 key players. 2 of them from Congo. Noah Siddiqui could miss it, and Arthur Musaku could miss it from Congo. That plays for Sutherland. Manchester's losing the key players. Amin Diallo from Ivory Coast, Mazaru from Morocco, and Brian Buemu from Cameroon could miss it. Manchester City has a key player. Their backup striker Omar Mashru could lose it from Egypt, and Ryan Ait Nuru can lose it from Algeria. Newcastle, if Johan Wissa is healthy for Congo, he could come back and play. I don't know how healthy he will be. Hopefully he is healthy for this March, though. We're going to need him for sure in March. But I don't know if he's going to be healthy for the AFCON. He hasn't been playing. He hasn't even played a match for Newcastle yet. So I don't know if Newcastle is going to want to send him to AFCON. But it really shouldn't matter. We should be getting sent over. He should be getting sent over if he's healthy. He should get sent over. Any players that I know? Oh, see, Mo Salah for Egypt. He's not going to play for Liverpool. That's going to be interesting, though, because Liverpool's been down, but they could be better without. That could be a boost without Mo Salah, because Mo Salah hasn't been playing how he's been wanting to play this year, I would say. So they put someone else at the left. I mean, at the right wing. It'll be interesting to see how they go, Liverpool. Iman Naige from Senegal He plays for Everton. That would be huge for Everton. Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Congo. He plays for West Ham. That could be huge for them as well. So a lot of teams in the Prem. Crystal Palace is going to miss a lot. Ismaila Sarr from that plays for Senegal. Bentley is going to lose Axel Tuazambi for Congo. So it's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of players that can miss Prem games for AFCON. And shit, can't be mad at it though. You got to play for your country. You got to play for your country. What was I finna say? I got distracted real quick. But yeah. But Champions League is back this week. Champions League is back. Let's go over these games real quick before we sign off. Let me give you all my predictions. Marseille versus Newcastle. I'll say that's the Newcastle's win or a draw. I wouldn't be surprised if they drew. Tottenham versus Villarreal. Tottenham needs a win. I feel like Tottenham needs a win. Villarreal. Let's see Tottenham win that game. Chelsea versus Barcelona. Ooh, another Premier League versus La Liga. You know, La Liga is down 7-1. Barcelona was the only team to beat a Prem team, which was Newcastle. I wonder when Cole Palmer's coming back. Cole Palmer's been out for a while. I seen him post the other day the emoji that he could be coming back soon. Hopefully he's back for Barcelona. Rafinha is back for Barcelona this week. He's going to be playing this La Liga week. But I hope Cole Palmer is back so he can play for Barcelona. That would be a good game. Man City versus Leverkusen. That's Man City's win all the way. Olympianos versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid should win that. So the game I'm going to be watching on Tuesday for sure is Chelsea versus Barcelona. That's the game I'm going to be watching. Wednesday games is a good games. They got Atletico Madrid versus Inter Milan. Hopefully Inter Milan wins that. Marcus Thuram healthy? I didn't even see him play for France in the international break. PSG versus Tottenham, rematch of the Super Cup when they bottled a 2-0 lead, I believe. They bottled a 2-0 lead, Tottenham. But I don't know if PSG's not healthy again. I don't think Dembele will play. Desire Dewey. I don't know about Mendes. And Hakima, shout out to Hakima though. He got the CAF African Player of the Year, basically the Ballon d'Or for Africans. I'm surprised that's his first win, but he won that. He got first, Mo Salah got second, and Victor Osimhen got third. And that's crazy though. Victor Osimhen, I forgot to bring that up. Victor Osimhen, did he get injured versus Congo? He got injured versus, because he got subbed out at halftime. That was kind of crazy. He got subbed out at halftime. And Lookman didn't have a great game. Lookman won it last year. So Nigeria could have back-to-back players, but Lookman didn't have a good game versus us. I don't know what's up with Lookman. I know he has been rated with Atlanta this club year. I feel like he should leave, but he didn't have a good game versus Congo. Congo just looked dominated. The second half, they just dominated Nigeria, bro. But yeah. That's all. I don't know why I went off topic with that. But Arsenal versus Bayern Munich, that's going to be the game everybody wants to see, man. Verse 1 and 2. 1 and 2, man. Both undefeated. Arsenal didn't allow a goal yet in the Champions League. They finally tied, though. They finally allowed a goal in Prem before the break happened. And then Bayern Munich finally tied the game before the international break happened. But Bayern Munich versus Arsenal, I love both teams. Arsenal's like my second club. Bayern Munich, that's the Congolese manager in Vincent Kompany. And Michael Luze is my second favorite player after Mbappe. So it's going to be a tough game, but I got to go. A team has to win. I hate ties. A team has to win. Got to go not Barcelona. Oh, my God. I don't know why I'm thinking about Barcelona. I got to go Arsenal. Arsenal winning this game. I wonder where it's at, though. That's to be a huge factor. Where is the game at? Click buy tickets. Oh, okay. It's in the Emirates, and so it's in London. I think Arsenal wins that game. It's gonna be a great game. I know that game is gonna be lit. But yeah, I got Arsenal winning that game. But that's all I got for this podcast, man. Shout out to all the new subscribers that's been coming in from The guys channel, Young AJ, My Man Reacts, Meals from the Hills TV, man. Shout out to those subscribers coming in. Yeah, man. Comment, like, share, comment. If you're from one of those 3 channels, like, share, comment. If you got anything else to say, gotta build a fan base somehow. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be posting on Instagram one day, just Q&A, which I want to hear from me, all that. But like, share, comment, turn your post notifications on, and we are out.